Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the APH Virtual Excel Academy. This session title is Skills You Can Use. This is a three-part series all about kitchen skills. Today, we will be discussing kitchen organization. Next week, basic food preparation. And the following week, kitchen cutting skills. So it's going to be very, very exciting. We have Tyson Field with us today, and he will be presenting all three of these sessions to us. Before we get started, just a reminder, make sure you drop any comments or information in the chat. We really look forward to hearing from you today. And let's turn it over now to our host, Tyson Field. Go ahead, Tyson.
Hi, everybody. I am super excited to get going and on this series that we have. I want to just introduce myself a little bit. I am an occupational therapist, and I work at the blind school in Ogden and in the residences there. So I'm from Utah, and I've lived here most of my life, and I love working with our blind students there in the residences, especially with the cooking. That's like a huge part of what we do there in the after school program is we spend a lot of time cooking, and it's a lot of fun working with them. And I'm excited to get going on this course. So just as a reminder, while we go through these lessons, if you want to unmute, you need to have been called on and have a quiet background. Also, if you have a question, feel free to raise your digital hand and we will get to that. The chat will be open when we say so. So whenever you want to, when I will be asking you for feedback throughout this lesson, and I'll have you put some of your responses in the chat. And don't forget, this will be recorded. So if you miss something, you can come back to it later and be able to participate at your own pace. And also, I will be having an extension activity that you guys can do towards the end of this. So just as was introduced, today we'll be focused more on the kitchen organization, with the primary theme being, how do you access your kitchen? And the following lessons will be on basic food preparation and an introduction to kitchen cutting skills. So we'll go over that next time. But again, today we're focused on how do you access your kitchen? And let me share my screen real quick. Okay, so the objectives for this lesson that I would like you to learn would be first, that I can use 2 or more specific strategies to keep non-food items in my kitchen more organized. Next objective would be, I can use 2 or more strategies for keeping track of and maintaining organization of my food to prevent spoilage. Another objective, I can use 2 or more strategies to stay organized while preparing food. Okay, so now I would like to have you rank yourself on a few things. How well can you access and organize the following? So open up your chats, and I'm going to have you rate yourself on how well you can organize your kitchen cupboards. So a 1 would be, I have no idea what is in my kitchen cupboards. I have no clue how to get anything out of there. And a 4 would be, I am a pro. I can go in there and grab anything I want, anytime I want. So go ahead and start sending some of your responses through the chat. Okay, Donnie says he has a 4. Monica says she's at a 3. Lilith says she's at a 3. Sean's at a 3.2. Okay, getting very specific, Sean. Bobby is at a 3. Good, so we have a variety. It sounds like a lot of you feel like you can organize and access things within your kitchen cupboards fairly well. All right, so some things you might find in there would be like dishes, storage containers, pots, pans, small appliances, things like that. All right, let's rate the next one. How about your kitchen drawers? How well can you access and organize your kitchen drawers? So again, a 1, I have no idea what's even in my drawers. And 4, yeah, I know what's in every single drawer and I can find anything in the drawers. Good, Donnie says 4. Bobby says, is that a 2? Lilith is at a 2. Sean is at a 4. Very nice. Okay, and how about your refrigerator and freezer? So let's move on to that one. A 1 again, I have no idea what's in my refrigerator or freezer. And a 4, I know everything that's in there. I know that I can access them. I even know like their due dates, when things need to be used by, everything. So rate yourselves on that. Good, 4 for the refrigerator from Lilith and 2 for the freezer. Yeah, because they can be different. The refrigerator and freezer are 2 different beasts. Yeah. Donnie says 4. Monica's at a 2. And Lila says, I never eat anything from the freezer. Yeah, that can be challenging to eat something from there, especially if you don't know what's in there or how to organize it, or if you mostly eat your food out of the refrigerator. So, okay. All right, let's have rate stuff. How about in your pantries? And let me explain what a pantry is first. A pantry can be different for different people. So at my house, I don't really have like a walk-in pantry that I can walk into that has shelves in it or anything. Some people may think that is a pantry, which it is. In my house, I have a closet that I converted into a pantry. So I open it up and I have just a bunch of shelves that I can reach into and keep it organized. And other people might have just a big cupboard that they use that they call as a pantry that has a lot of shelves in it. So let's go ahead and rate ourselves with a pantry. How well can you access things in your pantry? Donnie says he's at a 4. Sean says he's at a 4. Lydith is at a 3. Good. All right. Let's move on. Okay, so let's go over some things with how does your family like to keep things organized in your kitchen? So in your refrigerators, some people might have things just kind of like thrown in there. You may have very little organization with things, like you might have or some families might have a shelf that's like very specific for foods that they eat a lot. So you may have like all yogurt in one spot, or you might have all your vegetables and fruits in a drawer, or you may have your milk that's always in the same spot. So think about how your family keeps your refrigerator organized. Is there a specific pattern or strategy that they use to help keep things organized in your refrigerator? Now, again, same thing. Let's think about your pantry. Is there a specific strategy that your family uses to keep things organized in your pantries? Do you have only certain foods in your pantry, like canned food, canned goods? Or do you have other things like snacks and treats and like appliances? What kinds of things are in your family's pantry, and how do they like to organize it? Are things up high? Are things down low? Are they way back clear in a shelf that you can't really reach back in there? Things to think about. Now, how about the drawers with your family? Do you guys like to have like organizers that keep everything separate? Are drawers just packed full of different things? There could be a lot of ways that you organize your drawers. What kinds of things are you putting in your drawers? Are you putting like measuring cups and like utensils for eating and for cooking? Are you having do you have like a junk drawer that just has kind of like I don't know, pens and papers and all sorts of different things in there. Lila says she has some shelves for different foods and drawers for utensils. Yeah. Good. Okay, and then just keep thinking about some of these things. We'll be talking more about these things in depth soon. And then how about like your countertops? Are they full of clutter? Do you have like appliances on there? Do you have fruits and vegetables? What kinds of things do you keep on top of your countertops? Are they even usable, or is there very little space because they're so full of things? Monica says there's a ton of stuff like toasters and blenders on the counter. Lila says my countertops are usually messy.
Zoom webinar, lower hand button. So in the drawers next to our sink, we keep towels in the top drawer, Tupperware lids in the middle drawer, and Tupperware bowls and containers in the bottom drawer.
Okay, thanks for sharing that. Yeah, that is good to think about. Kind of what are the patterns that your family uses, because this can help you as you move on to other places to help discover, what do I want to do for my kitchen someday? What kind of things are my preferences? So that kind of leads us to the next question of what are your preferences for organization? And so it could be maybe that you're going to be kind of similar to your family with things. Yeah, so we'll go on for there. So what are some basic preferences that you guys have for organizing your kitchen? Sean says that he's in a community living situation, so things kind of move around a lot. So sounds like he's still kind of learning to discover what are some of his preferences. Lila says, in theory, she prefers to have clean. So yes, I think that is a very important part of staying organized in your kitchen. Great, let's move on. Okay, so let's move on to what are some things that every kitchen has? Go ahead and throw a couple ideas in the chat. What is something that every kitchen has? Lila says a sink. Donnie says a food. It has food in it. Monica says a stove and a fridge. Yes. Bobby says a microwave. Good. Yes, there are a lot of things that are found in most kitchens, a lot of common things. So a lot of the kitchen appliances are pretty standard across the board. Like most kitchens have an oven and a stove and a microwave, and a lot of kitchens have blenders and similar appliances. Most kitchens have dishes, unless you don't like to eat food, which I'm pretty sure that most of you like to eat food. Yes, there are a lot of similar things within kitchens. So as you move on to different places, or even just staying within your own home, it's important to note, what are some things that are common within kitchens? So that way you can start to develop better patterns and ability to stay organized. Okay, so let's go over a couple of secrets I want to share with you guys. There's some secrets about how to organize and access your kitchen a little bit better. The first one is using what you already know and have, like your sense of touch. So this one is pretty obvious, but I want you guys to understand that using your touch is extremely important. Using your hands to discover and explore things is how you're going to organize and access your kitchen when it comes down to it most of the time. That touch can be a lot quicker than like reading Braille or doing other strategies or asking other people. Sometimes it's faster than asking someone just to go in there and start feeling around, see what you can find. and you can easily access and locate things that way. So don't forget about just exploring with your hands. Another way is by using your sense of smell. So for example, you might easily know where the refrigerator is or the garbage can just by the way it smells. My garbage kind of hopefully doesn't smell, but it does smell quite a bit. And so it's easy to know where my garbage is. Lila says, I can usually smell the garbage because I never want to go near it. Yes, so a very good example of how your smell can help you access and kind of know where things are in your kitchen. Another important tool that you can use to help you access your kitchen is using your available vision. So this could be simply by having higher contrast things within your kitchen and maybe adjusting the lighting in your kitchen or having different or just kind of organizing things in a way that you know that you can see them. So don't forget about whatever vision you have available, even if it's a little bit of light perception or you can see just the different things. Make sure that you're catering and organizing your kitchen in a way that uses that vision that you have. Another tool that you have is using the key features of an object. So for example, if you go around and you feel a microwave, it's pretty obvious it's a microwave because it's kind of big and blocky and it has, all of them have like a big button on them a lot of times or a handle that you grab and pull to open. So there's some pretty obvious key features on a microwave. So think about other key features that are on other objects. There are many. Okay, so some other tools that you can use for helping you access and organize your kitchen would be labeling cabinets and drawers. However, not all things should be labeled. This, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, labeling everything can cause a little bit more confusion or it can take longer to access what you're trying to do. Not to mention is like super tedious for you or whoever's labeling them to label every single thing. And it's not necessary because you have your sense of touch. You have these other senses or ways that you can discover what things are really quickly. So what should you label? And I think that you should label things that main items that are found within a cabinet, a drawer, a pantry, or a refrigerator. So let's see here. So some examples of what you might label will be found on some of the following slides here. But what should you not label? So things I might not label would be specific locations for easily found items. Or like if you're in like a silverware drawer, for example, I don't know that I would have a label for like, here's where the forks are, here's where the spoons are, here's where the knives are. Getting down to that specific labeling would be too much. It'd be a lot faster just to go reach in there and feel, okay, where is the fork? And you can feel, oh, this is the fork, it's the prongs. You can quickly find that out rather than having some braille label where you are reading that and having to search for those labels first and then search for the item. And Monica says she has one label on the number 5 of her microwave. Yes, this is a very good example of not over labeling, but having the labels on things that matter most. So on your microwave, you have specific buttons that you use the most. So there's no need to label all the buttons. So why not just label the buttons that you use most? Yeah, that's a very good example. Thank you, Monica. Okay, so this picture, I wanted to show just some labeling, some ways that you can label and have things be a little bit more simple. So for example, we have in this picture some drawers and some cupboards here. So if you notice on this picture, if you're able to see it, there are labels on one per drawer, and it just has like a simple description. So one example is sharp drawer. So in this drawer, you can imagine there are things that are sharp. So like knives or things that are going to cut your food or, things like that. So, but we don't have everything labeled within that drawer. And then we have another one that's labeled as like cutting boards, another one that says Ziploc bags and foil, dish towels and bags, cookie sheets, and silverware. So notice how these labels are more general descriptors as opposed to giving you the description of everything that's inside of there. And also a good important thing to know is any Braille label that you have that's below counter height should be upside down to make it easier to read the Braille. If you are using print, that can be right side up because that can be easily read right side up when it's below your waist. Okay, so inside cabinets and drawers, some tips and tricks that you might use would be using a legend. This might be as simple as you open up the cabinet door and on the inside you have a list that's brailled or written out that just tells you what's inside of this cabinet in case it's something that's really busy or has a lot of different things in it. I think a legend would be better for food items, for what kind of food items are in there, but it could be used for a variety of things. Another thing that would be important to help you organize and access your cabinets and drawers would be to group similar items together. So it wouldn't make sense to have like utensils with measuring cups. It might just be kind of hard to navigate and find what you're looking for. Another thing you could do would be to have organizers that can help you organize things. So most silverware drawers or eating utensils will have a silverware organizer that helps keep things organized. There might be other types of organizers you can use. Yeah, and Lila said, if you group things incorrectly, you might end up eating, as an example, you might end up eating cereal with a ladle. And yeah, exactly. A very good example for why you'd want to make sure you have your items that are similar grouped together. And back to organizers. Organizers can also be cumbersome if you have too many that you can't really fit what you need to in that space. So that's why I say have some organizers, but not too many. Oh, I'm sorry, Lila. I think I'm saying your name wrong. Lilith, is that right? Lilith, raise your hand. Yes, okay, so Lilith. I apologize, Lilith. Thank you for correcting me on that. Okay, and Scott has raised his hand. Okay, Scott, did you have something you wanted to mention? Okay. All right. Gonna move on. So keeping it simple is gonna help you is going to make things a little bit easier and have things more accessible. I'll explain what I mean by that here shortly. So this picture is a good example on the left, the cabinet here. It shows grouping similar things together. So I have highlighted in the green area. This cabinet on the left shows within those green boxes, it shows having bread and tortillas together. Those are kind of similar. So they're all on one shelf. They're not mixed in with other things. There is also highlighted some like a shelf that has cans in it. And all the cans are lined up evenly and all on the same shelf. And also that shelf is in particular has like all beans on it mostly. So it's not like mixed canned goods together. They're all grouped together fairly similarly. And Lilith says that my room is organized like the left, but the tactile graphic box looks like the right. Yes, and the example on the right is kind of a bad example. And the reason for that is because there are too many items within that space. So that's kind of what I mean by less is better. If you have too many things in there, it can make it challenging to locate what you need. And also if you're reaching in there trying to grab like the Cholula, you might knock over some of the oil that's in there. So again, this picture to describe a little bit more, the picture on the right has like Cholula and oil and cooking spray and salt and pepper shaker. And there's just kind of a lot of stuff in that small space. So if you're trying to reach in there and grab something, it would be pretty difficult to get what you need without knocking things over. Okay. This next picture on this slide shows a kitchen cabinet that has some small cooking appliances in there. And this is a good example of how you might organize a cabinet, because there's quite a bit of extra space within this cabinet. And there's only like 1 or 2 kitchen appliances in there, so you can easily locate and find what you need. So keeping it simple. Okay, this next picture I have on the left is a picture of a drawer that has cooking utensils in it. And this is kind of a good and a bad example, because this drawer, it has similar items in it, which is really nice. But the bad thing about it is, in fact, let me bring that up to the chat. Can anyone, if anyone's able to see it, can anyone tell me what is potentially bad about this picture? So I'll describe a little more. It's a drawer that has a lot of cooking utensils in it. However, they're all the same item. So what is wrong with that? Good. Lilith says it is overstuffed. So that's exactly kind of the point I was going to say. And actually, I had that in the description. So I guess you guys could have read that. And yes, it is crowded, so that can make it more challenging to find what you're looking for. And Monica says it is crazy. So I would agree, it is crazy. So some ways we might be able to fix that would be to take a few things out, or maybe add a divider in there. So maybe on the left side, we have spatulas, and on the right side, we have like ladles or whisks or something. So that might make it a little bit easier to have an organizer in there, or just to take a few things out and put them somewhere else. So the picture on the right, this one is a good example of a cupboard. There are similar things in there, which are bowls and strainers, and there looks like there's not too many things stuffed in there. It would be fairly easy to locate a bowl of the size that you want in that cupboard because of how big it is. Okay, let's talk about the refrigerator and freezer a little bit. Kind of similar things that we've been talking about. You want to group things together within the fridge or freezer to help you find and locate things in there a little bit better. So one example of that would be by grouping together your fruits and your veggies in a drawer. And I say a drawer because that would help those fruits and veggies last a little bit longer. If you put a salad just kind of out in the middle, or lettuce out in the middle of the refrigerator somewhere, it's going to get wilty and go bad a lot faster. So having fruits and vegetables in a drawer would be helpful for that. Also, maybe you group together your leftovers all on the same shelf or in the same area. If your leftovers are kind of stuffed and scattered throughout the area, it might be kind of hard to find what you made, and you might end up having some stinky smells in your refrigerator because you forgot you had something in there. Also, you might group together like spreads and condiments together, or you may also have meat in the bottom drawer or a space where they won't leak. I like to have mine in a bottom drawer because meat is kind of gross and I don't like it touching or getting close by everything else in there. So having it in a bottom drawer would be a great spot for it. Also, in the refrigerator and freezer, you can use organizers. You might have your own basket or a storage container, or maybe you have your own shelf that you have. So this would be especially useful if you are living in a shared living environment, or even at home if you want to have a shelf for keeping your just the food that you eat a lot or snacks that you like to have. Again, keep it simple. If you have too much in there, it's going to be harder to access, and you might just have things go bad, and you're not going to be able to be successful with accessing that space. Okay, so here is a bad example of a refrigerator. So this refrigerator is showing a lot of food in it to start off. There are just a ton of things in here. There's milk, there's cheese, there's a lot of different condiments, and oh yeah, Lilith says that it is an eyesore. And Donnie says it's messy and stale. So yes. And my eyes don't even work, says Lilith. Okay, yeah. So you can see, if you can see this, it is really messy and an eyesore. And so specifically, what is bad about this is that we have leftovers that are kind of spread throughout on that top shelf. There's also some leftovers randomly shoved in the door. There is, we have like different condiments that are kind of spread throughout. They're not all grouped together in one area. So yeah, we lack a lot of organization in here. Monica says, this is how her siblings put things into the fridge. She drops stuff off all the time because of it. Yes. So this is definitely a bad example. Let's look at a good example. So here's the same refrigerator. It's a little bit more organized. Notice how there are less things within this picture. There's not as much food shoved in there. Also, the green box kind of in the middle of the refrigerator shows all the leftovers all there. Above that, there's an arrow that's pointing to a little bin that you could have as a storage thing to organize things that you like to have a lot for yourself. On the top, there's some sparkling waters that are all organized well. And on the top right, there are condiments all grouped together on the same shelf. So this is a good example of having a fridge that's full, that has a lot of things. However, it's organized. It has things that are similar grouped together, and they're all lined up in better rows. So it makes it easier to find things. Okay, so we're going to have a little game here for you right now. I want you to do a 1-minute scavenger hunt. And so for those of you who are participating with the recording, you can also do this. And I would encourage you to do this. So you have 1 minute to find one fruit, 1/2 cup measuring cup, a rubber spatula, a spoon, a bowl, and a salt shaker. So I want you to find, if you are in a position where you're able to do this, I want you to try to find everything on this list that you can, as many things as you can. And if you're not in a position to be able to locate these items, then I want you to think about, where are these things stored? Where are they located? And try to name off specifically where all of these things are. So I'm going to give you 1 minute to go grab those and locate every single one of them if you can. So the time is going to start now. Donnie, your camera is not, our camera is not on. You can show if she has permission for camera. Okay, again, you're looking for one fruit, a 1/2 cup measuring cup, a rubber spatula, a spoon, a bowl, and a salt shaker. Showing the items isn't as important as the skills of knowing how to find them, just as a reminder. Okay, so everybody come back. If you, let's bring it back. If you haven't found those items, come on back. And again, showing the item isn't as important as the skill of being able to find the item. So let's talk now. Let's see if we can get past this. There we go. All right, so how did you do with this activity? During the scavenger hunt, how many items were you able to find? I want you to, everyone, type in the chat how many items you were able to find, or how many items were you able to specifically identify where they are located in your kitchen. Monica found a measuring cup and a piece of fruit. So she found 2 items. Donnie did not find any. That's okay. Monica says she knows where the spatula is though. So she was able to find a couple of things, but she ran out of time to find other things, even though she knew where they were. So great, I'm glad that you know where things are. Lilith says the bananas are the banana basket, the bowls are still in the dishwasher, the cups are in the drawer and near the toaster. Good, so Lilith was able to identify where some of these items were. Ooh, Sean, wow, it looks like he was a rock star. He said he was able to locate everything but the salt shaker. Good job. Okay. Very good, everybody. So hopefully this opened up your eyes a little bit to how you are able to access things in your kitchen. The more items you're able to find is likely an indicator that your kitchen is fairly accessible and organized in a way that you can find what you're looking for. If you're only able to identify or locate a couple of things, maybe we need to figure out a way to organize your kitchen a little bit better. So let's move on now to organizing your countertops. We talked a little bit about this before in some things, but counter clutter can limit the amount of space you have to work. So it's really important to remove bulky items that are taking up the counter space, especially if you're not using them often. So anything on the countertop should be something that you're using a lot, and you should still be able to access the countertop. Some things you might have on a countertop would be like a fruit bowl or a snack bowl, or frequently used appliances like a toaster or a microwave or a toaster oven, things like that. So this next picture here shows a clutter-free countertop. You notice that there is a microwave, a fruit bowl, a toaster, and a dryer rack. And there's just a lot of extra space on this counter. So it makes it easy to access and use this space for while you're cooking. Okay, let's do a little bit of a knowledge check. So on the same scale that we used before, a 1 means you know absolutely nothing about it. A 4 means you are a pro and you can do that skill completely on your own. So the first knowledge check is I can describe what needs to be labeled and what should not be labeled in my kitchen. Okay, so I have Donnie says a 4. Good. Lilith says she's at a 4. Monica says she's at a 3. Sean's at a 4. Very good. So everyone seems to be able to, most people can describe what needs to be labeled in my kitchen and what should not be. Next, I want you to rate yourselves on, I know what the secret to organizing and accessing my kitchen is. So again, in the chat, go ahead and put 1, you have no idea what the secret is, or 4, you know what the secrets are to organizing and accessing your kitchen is. Lilda says she's a 4. Donnie's a 4. Okay. Now let's move on. So the next knowledge check is I can fully describe 1 or 2 strategies for organizing food items in my kitchen. So again, put in your chat a 1, you can fully describe it, or a 4, you can. And again, if you are still doing if you are watching these recordings, you can still do these knowledge checks. So I want you to be rating yourself on how you are able to do with these things. And if you are struggling, you can always go back and rewatch some of the sections on here to help you with some of this knowledge. And it looks like Donnie says that he's a 4 on being able to fully describe 1 to 2 strategies for organizing non-food kitchen items. Lilith is a 3. Very nice. So let's move on. How well can, so let's rank yourself now, kind of on some new things that we haven't gone over yet. So how well can you find expiration dates on your food? 1, I have no idea when my food expires. And a 4, I am a pro. I use it before it expires. I know exactly when it expires. Okay, Donnie, going a little below the mark. There is 0. Okay. Monica isn't sure what an expiration date is for. Well, that is a good question, Monica. Expiration dates are the dates on your food that need to be used by. If your food is past the expiration date, it generally goes bad and it is not safe to eat. Sean says he's at a 2 for knowing the expiration dates on his food. Good. All right, how about using food before it expires or becomes rotten? How well are you able to do that? A 1, your food goes rotten most of the time, or a 4, your food never goes rotten and you eat it before it goes bad. Good. And Lilith says she's at a 3. Lilith also mentioned that she has difficulty finding expiration dates because it's always 1-point font and it's in hard to find places. So yeah, they can be difficult to find those expiration dates on the food. We'll go over hopefully some strategies that might be able to help. Donnie says they're at a 0. Okay. How about organizing and accessing healthy snacks? How well can you do that? A 1, I don't know where any of the snacks are. I can't organize them and I can't access anything when I'm hungry. A 4, I can find stuff when I'm hungry. Donnie says they're at a 0. Sean's at a 3. Monica says she can always find her snacks. Good. Okay, how about locating non-perishable foods that I'm searching for? So these are foods, non-perishable foods are foods that don't need to be refrigerated. Lilith says she's at a 4. Donnie's at a 0. Okay, so we have a variety of where people are at, and that's okay. So here's some examples of non-perishable foods: canned goods, breads, tortillas, spices, peanut butter, honey, fruits, etc. Okay, how about locating perishable foods that are in the refrigerator or freezer? How well can you locate those things like milk, fruit, vegetables, leftovers? Lilith says a 4. Lilith says, I'm very good at sneaking chocolate out of the cabinet. And Monica agrees about sneaking chocolate out of the cabinet. Sometimes it's easier to find those things that we love, isn't it? Bobby says, me too. Yeah, I think I'm kind of like that as well. If I know there's something I like, I can usually find it pretty quick. Okay, and Donnie says 0. All right, well, let's go on. So let's talk about knowing your food before you buy it or store it. This is a good skill that can help you with keeping track of your food and making sure it doesn't expire. So it's a very important skill to have. So it's important to think about what kind of packaging does it have before you buy it. So some packaging you might know about that comes with it is it may come in like a resealable bag, or it might come in a box, or it can be in a bag that's not resealable. It may be cooked or uncooked. So it's important to understand what kind of packaging comes with your food before you're storing it. Also, it's good to understand the type of food that you're buying. How long does it typically last for before it goes bad? So if you're going to be buying some cereal, is that going to last longer than buying a banana? Lilith says, most of my yogurt lasts at least 2 weeks past the expiration date. Yeah, so sometimes your food can last a little bit longer than the expiration date. So it's good to not only understand what the expiration dates are, but also to understand sometimes you can use it a little bit past the expiration date. However, it's not generally recommended to do that with some kinds of foods. Another question to ask yourself before you buy your food and start to store is, how much do you need? So if you're going to buy, 5 pounds of ground meat and you're going to store it in your refrigerator, is that a good idea to buy that much meat and have it stored in your refrigerator? Something to think about. If you're not going to use it in time, that meat might go bad. So you might need to consider freezing it. Or maybe rather than buying 5 pounds of ground meat, maybe you're just going to buy like 1 or 2 pounds. So that way you can use it before it's going to expire. Monica says she used Be My Eyes app to find information or ask her mom. That is a very good skill that you can use for locating what food you have and understanding more about the dates on your food. Yes. Okay, another thing to think about before you're buying your food is how much space does it take up? Do I have room in my refrigerator to put, I don't know, a big rotisserie chicken? Another thing to think about is, how is it best stored? Does it need to be in the refrigerator? Can I put it in a cupboard, or does it need to be frozen? Does it need to be stored in an airtight container? Okay, so here's some general food storage, organization, and tracking techniques. So generally, you want to store your food in airtight containers to help them from spoiling or going bad. It's nice to use original packaging containers and resealing them when you're able to, because that can be quite a bit easier to manage. You can also use Ziploc bags or reusable silicone bags or Tupperware. Also, it's kind of like just organizing your cabinets and drawers. It would be smart to group things together that are similar. You may also use organizers. Again, use those strategically. More is generally better, or sorry, more using less can be better. Also, just like Monica was discussing earlier, and some of the other students through the chat, using technology to organize and locate your food can be very useful in helping you. So some technology you can use. One is, if you have an Android device, would be the Lookout app. I recently tried or used this one, and most things on Android don't work that great for blind or visually impaired, but the Lookout app was actually pretty good. I opened up a cupboard and I was able to point my camera at the different things in the cupboard, and it was able to identify what those items were. It wasn't super helpful with finding the expiration date exactly, but it was able to help me identify what it was pretty quickly and easily, and a lot of different things. So I was really surprised how well it did it. And also I was able to not shine it at the entire picture. It was able to pick up little pieces of it, or my camera could be sideways or upside down, and it would still work the same. So it was pretty nifty. Another app would be like the Sing Assistant on iOS. And there are many others out there that could work. And I'm sure that iOS probably has a lot more options that are better. Layla says, seeing AI to read things in your cabinets and drawers. So she says that that is a good one that she uses. Are there any other apps that people use that they like to help them organize or locate their food? Go ahead and put it through the chat if you know of any. Monica says she uses Seeing AI as well. Or she uses her brother. Yes. Use your resources. It doesn't always have to be technology. You could use a friend or a family member. You could even do a video call with someone, and that could be an easy way to do it. Okay, another way that can help you keep track of your food and use it before it goes bad is to set reminders on your phone to help keep track of when your food is going to expire. I think this is one of the most important techniques or skills that you could use. Whether you're visually impaired or not, sometimes we forget about what we have or we can't find it. And if we get the food and we know that it needs to be used within 1 week, we should set a reminder, maybe 2 or 3 days before that expiration date. So that way we can use that food before it goes bad. Okay, and don't forget to use what you have to help you organize and locate things. Again, use your touch, your available vision, use your smell. All those things can help you stay more organized when storing your food and knowing if it's good or bad. So it's pretty easy to tell when, some of your food has gone bad, some of your leftovers, like, I don't know, potatoes, they smell really bad. When they start to go bad in your pantry, they will start to smell terrible. So again, use what you have to help you know whether things are going bad or to help you organize and access things. Okay, another thing you can do is to select storage containers using that available vision that you have. So you might want to select storage containers that have high contrasting colors that you can see. So for example, if you can see the color yellow or red really well, why not store some of your food items in containers that are those colors? Okay, so here's a picture of some airtight containers that you might use. So when storing leftovers in your refrigerator, you're not generally going to want to just put them in there in a plate without covering it or anything like that. You're going to want to put them in something that can help contain the air, and that will help it last a lot longer and be a lot more organized in your refrigerator. So this next picture shows kind of my pantry or cupboard, depending on how you want to look at it. It shows that I have similar things grouped together. I have on the top row, I have spices that are all lined up nice and evenly. And on the bottom row, I have all the different pastas that I have. So again, kind of like your refrigerator and other places, you can have things organized all together and grouped nicely. Okay. So organizing, storing, and tracking meats. It's important to know how long you can or have meats in your refrigerator. So how long do most of them last? And according to, I think it's the USDA, most meats will last about 3 to 5 days in the refrigerator. And in the freezer, they can typically last for 5 or more months in the freezer. Again, like other things, you want to store meat in airtight containers or packaging. You can use a Ziploc bag, Tupperware, use factory packaging and reseal the factory packaging. You can use freezer paper, saran wrap, or a vacuum sealer. There's a lot of different things. So there are a lot of different techniques and skills on my slide. So we're running a little low on time. So I want you to encourage you to go through the rest of these slides. This PowerPoint will be made accessible to all of you, so you can continue going through it. And there is a lot of information on them. And so I want to encourage you to go look at all of those to get more. So I'm going to skip over to a little further in this presentation here. To general strategies for staying more organized and keeping your messes small. This is a very important part. So we will, I'm not sure exactly how you'll get the slides, but we will make that, make those available for you. I believe it's through email. Okay, so some general strategies that you can use to help you stay more organized and keep your messes small while you're preparing food would be to create an action plan. So that action plan is basically your plan for how are you going to get your ingredients? What is it that you need to organize? What do you need to, what food items do you need? What order do you need to make things in? There is a lot, anyway, so it's just basically pre-planning and pre-thinking about what you're going to or what you're going to do. In that plan, within or helping you stay more organized and keeping your messes small, you can use less ingredients and supplies as you're able to. You can use accessible containers and packaging. Also, a cookie sheet or a towel can be super helpful with helping you stay more organized and contain your messes a little bit better. So I'll show some pictures and discuss that here shortly. But a cookie sheet or a towel can really help you with organizing your food items with when you're cutting your food, measuring, or preparing your foods. Also, you can transfer foods and ingredients when they're close together. So basically, you're going to make those things kiss. So you're going to have two containers, and if you're pouring one into the other, you want to make sure that they are touching. Make them kiss. That's going to help you contain that mess quite a bit more while you're pouring and measuring things. Another good strategy for staying more organized and keeping your messes small would be to clean it up right away once you notice that you have made a mess. So I want to show you some pictures here. This picture is a cookie sheet that has flour, salt, and some measuring utensils on it. So it's just a really good example of how you can have things on your cookie sheet to help you stay organized, and so you don't lose track of where things are. Also, you can be measuring and doing different things on this cookie sheet, so that way you do not make a mess all over the table and all over the floor and everywhere else. It just contains it all to that cookie sheet. So another way you can do it is to cut your food while you're on a cookie sheet. You can have, you can organize it to where foods are on the left that you haven't cut, foods are on the right that you have cut. You can have a trash pile on there. It's a really good way to help you stay organized while you do that. The towel technique is now pictured here. It shows a towel laid out flatly on the countertop with a bowl and a liquid measuring cup. So you can pour over that. So that would be a good strategy to do that. And then as you go in through the rest of these, you'll find more pictures on those items. But I wanted to wrap this up and recap. I want you guys to think about what's one takeaway from this lesson that you will use in your life. Go ahead and write this down and make an action plan to implement that. And again, you can go through this recording and you can go through these slides again later, and you can do this as well. So if you're watching this later, I want you to think about what are some lessons or skills I can use from this lesson? What's one thing, one takeaway I can do from this? And you can also go through the rest of this PowerPoint and learn some more skills and techniques as well. So there's an extension activity that I would like you all to do. And that would be to analyze a drawer, a cupboard, or a cupboard that is hard for you to access. So you can make a legend of what you found in there. Write down how many items you found, make a list of what's similar, make a list of what's different from the rest, and try to figure out a way that you can better organize that space. And the last step of that would be to try it out. So that is all the time that we have left for today's lesson. It has been a pleasure talking with you guys all. Again, I want to remind you that you will have access to this PowerPoint to go over any of the missed material that we were going over, and that you can rewatch some of this at a later time, so that way you can continue learning and applying this stuff in your kitchens to stay more organized while you prepare food. Again, thanks for attending.
And thank you so much. This was great, Tyson. And just know that the information will be on the Excel Academy website under resources. If you have trouble finding it, you can always reach out. My email is shegle@aph.org, or you can always get in touch with Leanne as well. So thank you. Just reminder, next week is basic food preparation. So Tyson, you are going to be back for that. We're really looking forward to that. On Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, the 15th, passport through the seasons, what to wear and how to get there. That's for elementary students, but you're all invited. And that takes place at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So again, Tyson, thank you for presenting all this great information today, and we look forward to seeing all of you next week. Have a good weekend, everybody.